We moved into this house and we've got a gravity fed boiler. As a result, we've got this massive, horrible water tank. But the benefit of this water tank compared to a conventional combi boiler is that it does have an immersion heater should your boiler ever fail. And what this basically means is that although you won't be able to get any heat in, you'll still be able to get hot water until you're able to get a plumber out or get a new boiler. So what we want to do is replace this one that's currently fitted, and essentially what it is like a kettle. It's got a heating element which is powered by electric, and it's also got a thermostat, so you can adjust the thermostat temperature and it will heat up the water till it gets to the desired temperature, and then it will switch off. Downside of this thing, it's very costly to run, so you don't want to do it too often, but you never know when you might need it, whether there's vulnerable people in the home. So I thought I'd get this replaced, and funny enough, for the time that we were at this house, we actually never needed it, and hopefully the new owners won't need it either, but at least they've got it there if they do. So what I'm doing is just removing the electrical supply. I've made sure that this was switched off, as you saw me doing earlier in the video. I haven't switched off the whole electrics because I know that this is the only one, so I'll switch it off at the switch. We'll remove that, and then that allows us to be able to twist the heating element out, and then we can replace it. But this was proving much more harder than I thought, because this tank is probably 20, 30, 40 years old. God knows how long it's been there. And this heating element was, yeah, it was seriously stuck in. As you'll see, I did put a bit of elbow grease into it, but we got there in the end. So what you want to make sure is that you don't damage the thread on these, because once the thread's gone, you basically have to replace the tank. So a lot of people in a lot of cases tend to put a bit of grease just to lube it up and ease it for the next system, but we've just gone straight in, put the element in with the washer, cleaned up the top, and you'll also see that I put a towel in, and that's just purely because the tank is full, so it's just to catch any loose strays, so nothing, you shouldn't really get any overflow or anything like that. So what I'm doing here is I'm just opening up the connectors for the electrical wires, which I did make sure I remembered what goes where beforehand. And as you can see, this blue section with the red dot in the middle, that is your thermostat gauge in order to set your temperature as to how high you want it to go before the element switches off. I couldn't find my main toolkit, so I'm using this multi-tool from my bike. And on completion, I tested the system, tested the electrics, everything was working fine, and the heating element was working absolutely lovely. So if you enjoyed this one, please like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.